So now we're going to fit your new hearing aid for you, David.
Okay.
It's really nice and easy. There'll be a few different tests that we have to do just to verify the fit, make sure it's as clear as possible. Hello, my name's Nicole. I'm an audiologist from Sheffield. Come into my clinic room and I can show you what I do. So there's a bit of an ongoing joke. I was always a very loud child, so I kind of suit working with people that can't necessarily hear too well. But I was always very academic. I always knew I wanted a career, and I wanted to be a woman that could look after myself and be independent, and audiology definitely allowed that. I also had a love for people, and I knew I wanted to try and make a difference, and audiology certainly can do that. So audiology, although it might seem like all we do is ears and it's very small, it's actually not, it's very broad. Obviously we do the obvious ones of a hearing test, but we also do wax removal, which can be very glamorous at times. We also look after a lot of more famous footballers because, heading the ball, we need to get things checked, make sure they're not doing any damage. And other sports people like wrestlers, boxers, things like that. We also offer tinnitus services, so that's when you have a ringing in your ears, and although it sounds quite trivial, it can really impact people's daily life, whether it's because of stress or hearing loss. So we do therapies helping people adapt to that new condition. And a bit of a more specialised clinic that we offer is balance. So some people don't realise your balance can be part of your ear system, but it can be, so doing different balance testing and trying to help people recover from injuries or different conditions as well. This is a simplified diagram of the ear. Now, a fun little fact, the very smallest bone in the body is in the ear. It's called the stirrup or the stapes there. That often comes up in quizzes, that's a good one to know. So you've got your cochlea here and it looks almost like a snail shell. Now what that is, it's almost like a piano. Imagine keys on a piano, and the different keys, the little hair cells pick up different sounds. So it helps us hear nice and clearly. My favourite thing about the job is the people that I meet. We deal with lots of really intelligent technology, which is great, but the main thing is the difference it makes to people. So whether it's a one-off wax removal or a full hearing assessment and rehabilitation, it can really help people's day-to-day lives. It can help them at work, it can help them form relationships. I mean, it sounds small, but say your grandma who's struggling to hear, when we then get her hearing properly again, she's able to join in at the weddings, the family gatherings, at her social groups. So it really helps people's independence and day-to-day life as well. See in the testing booth, please, David. So we're going to do the hearing test now. The way it works, you're going to hear a series of beeps. I need you to click that every time you hear a sound for me, and I'll give you the headphones. There we go. Have you got any questions? No, we'll begin now then. One of the most successful stories I've had is somebody that suffered from a stroke. They were really struggling to speak, they were struggling to remember, and they were struggling to hear. And just by getting their hearing spot on the way it should be, all the rest improved. So their speech improved, they went back to work. It was a real joy to see the change in that person's life. One thing that I think is really good about the world of audiology is you don't have to have prior experience. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. They have amazing training opportunities. I think people think, oh, you're in healthcare, you must have gone to university. I couldn't afford to go to university in that way. You can do apprenticeships, and you can do paid work whilst doing a university degree. So to be an audiologist, you need a foundation degree, which, like I said, I worked in Sheffield, but my university was down in Cambridge. So at the moment I'm doing a master's in psychology because I do a lot with tinnitus. And in tinnitus, you're dealing with people's mental health as well as their audiological health. So bridging the gap between the two, I want to do more of, and potentially on my own practice as well. My advice to a girl growing up and at school at the moment would be take any training opportunity you can get, because you don't know where it'll lead. I never thought I'd be here where I'm at now, but if it wasn't for me just saying yes, it wouldn't have happened. Another piece of advice would be, don't just do the mainstream jobs. Don't just think, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor. Really explore what else is out there, because I might be in a role that some people would have never considered in healthcare. It's been really good for my personal life and my professional life going into something quite specialised, because it's a skill you've got and you can take it anywhere. There's a lot of countries in the world that really are wanting audiologists, and there's loads of businesses wanting audiologists, so there's always work.